You can watch Gray eating his dinner. It's
Yeah.
great.
Another stream of me eating my dinner. I am one of us. Hi, friends.
One of us.
Hopefully, Darren shows up to show us some comics. I've got some comics to show.
Oh.
I've got a tongue to bite today. I'm just going to sit and bite my tongue all day.
Oh. There he comes. He's got his trolley with him.
Hi, Darren.
Hello there. How are we doing?
Fine. Oh, Gray's got
Tonight
off.
I'll be soaring in half some Fantastic Four 48.
As long as you can put them back together again, like sort of magic trick of shoring the lady in half.
If anybody's read that, then they saw panels of it come to life today. Pretty sure that's what that meteor shower was.
Oh.
Watu's first interruption to try and hide the Earth from him.
What's going on, boys? Anything exciting?
No, we were watching Gray eat his tea.
We were watching Gray
got off
eat,
now.
but he's got a bit shy.
I changed cigarette brands.
Sitting watching me eat.
Now I smoke generic cigarettes. Save money so I can eat.
We've got 5 people watching us. What's going on? That's crazy.
We're not doing anything at the moment.
No.
So I know. No. So what did we think?
Comics.
What did we think to the Fantastic Four trailer?
I really enjoyed it.
Good, bad.
Roughly halfway.
Ah, that was good. I thought when it started, I thought it would be something like the Jetsons.
Well, it was a 1 minute teaser, so.
Is it a cartoon?
No, but it just felt like the Jetsons. I don't know why.
It's very 1950s, 1960s background and scenery.
Well, it's based in 1963. They've already established.
I saw a still of Ben Grimm, and I thought he looked like he was a cartoon.
No,
it's
but
just
It may have been in the still you saw, because they did put some cartoony style poster type stuff out.
Oh.
But I don't know whether they're going to show him in full orange brick or whether they're going to keep the costume on him.
I thought they did Ben Grimm very well.
I thought Ben Grimm worked very well. I did too.
The best yet by a million miles.
With my miles, but the technology has moved on a lot since the last.
And I thought, there's that bit where he's like talking about putting the garlic in the meal.
Yeah.
I thought they left that pause there so that you could look at his eyes, it was really well done. Like, I think they've made him a believable object now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and if you notice the sound effects, like when he moves his fingers together or clink, you can hear this rock crunch.
A lot of people on the comments are sort of mentioning the music. I mean, the music's brilliant. So I think
and Herbie, oh my God, that Herbie was spectacular.
It reminds me of Wall-E.
Yeah.
Have we got Herbie instead of Human Torch?
No, they got him along with, but
it's not an either or, Gray. They can have both.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It was an either or with that in the cartoon, or it wasn't an either or with that in the cartoon. The cartoon,
Is
they couldn't
Franklin
have
in
it
it?
on there. They didn't want kids going out and starting fires.
We haven't seen Franklin. It's a bit early for Franklin, isn't it?
Will they have had kids yet? I doubt it.
No.
That's true. No, they won't have. No.
I'm not even sure they're married.
The origin for
I also quite like it that Sue Storm looks quite mature. She doesn't look like a teenager, which is good. I mean, she needs to be a 30-something, doesn't she?
Well, she does do with the actor that's playing Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Well, one of my favourite.
And if it's 63, then obviously they're not married anyway, are they? So.
No, they're not. She is Sue Storm in this.
Yeah.
My favorite story arc in the Fantastic Four, and I haven't read them all, but was the one where you got the Terax the Tamer and Silver Surfer Galactus, and they're scrapping in a supermarket, and it goes on and on. It's quite a long arc, probably about 15 to 20 issues, and it ends up with like the trial of Reed Richards from about the 80s, early 80s, maybe something like that. And I'm still hopeful that this is the arc they're going to sort of try to emulate in the story.
Yeah,
but it might not.
I mean, it's the introduction of Galactus, and they got to find a way to pull him into our universe. So, and the rumor is that Galactus is after Franklin Richards because he's an Omega level mutant that shows up on a galactic scale.
I thought Galactus was just looking for a snack.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some telltale giveaways, like when Johnny flies up in the stratosphere and nothing is up there with him and he flames out. I think he's trying to get up above that look of the meteor shower they were staring down, which is what happened in FF48, and it was Owatu causing illusions. So that Galactus would look away and the Surfer would look away.
I wonder if they've left a sort of something hanging at the end of another film, the end of the Doc Strange film, where Clea appears and rips a hole in the fabric of space-time or whatever and says there's been an incursion and they're about to jump through. It would be awesome if they are jumping through into the Fantastic Four universe.
That's another solid rumor, too, that's going on, is that's going to tie in with it because there's been no mention of Strange, but until Doctor Strange 3 comes out after the 2 Avengers movies. But he's going to have to pop back, and they can tie him back in with that.
But whatever they do, for me, Marvel can do not much wrong. I mean, everything they've done since roundabout when they did Hulk. Okay, there's been a few not quite so good ones, but I trust in Marvel. They're doing great work.
Well, I like the outfits. I thought it was very comic. It fitted. It looked comic-like, didn't it? They're being true to the comics, which for me is a big step forward over some of the previous films. You need to appeal to the comic fans. And the 4 of them stood there in those blue and white uniforms, each of them looking very much like the comic characters. For me. Was a good indicator that it's going to be a film that the comic fans are going to like.
Seen a picture of Reed Richards with Doctor Doom as well, but is he? I know that there's all that paraphernalia with what's his? I think his name's got out of my head now. Junior, Robert Downey Jr. supposedly playing Doctor Doom.
Well, he's coming, isn't he? Doom is scheduled.
Yeah.
So
as a separate film, or
as a separate. I think he'll probably appear as a teaser.
Probably.
Yeah, he'll probably appear in the teaser in the credits.
I mean, that'd be the easiest way to explain why it's the same character or why it's the same guy.
Yeah, Mind you, it's still not 100% certain whether that's all a load of cobblers, anyway. So,
you might see Robert Downey Jr. at university with Reed Richards, because that's sort of the story, isn't it? They were at university together. There's a possibility you might see him.
I'd kind of expect that to happen.
It's just the reason. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. playing him, and all right, Iron Man is dead at the moment in the Marvel universe, but he's not going to stay dead long. I wouldn't have thought. So, I mean, is it all?
And he's not dead in the 1963 other universe. So,
as I say, is it all a clever ruse?
And did you guys see any of the countdown? Pedro Pascal's outfit.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
was brilliant. But Jesus Christ, that girl playing Sue Storm, that dress she had on,
it was
holy shit. It was Fantastic Four reminiscent, but it was like a slinky black dress with a little white and blue mixed in, and just cut in the right places. Somebody knew what they were doing with that one.
Yeah.
And they flew him down to space camp to do that.
Did you see any stretching?
Nope.
Because that always can look a bit dodgy.
No, we didn't see any. We didn't
Can
see any
always look a bit dodgy.
superpowers from Reed. We saw Invisible Woman. We saw Clobber in Time, and we saw Human Torch do their stuff, but we didn't see anything at all from Reed Richards.
Except him using his brain, because that's the main thing they want to do. He's standing at boards. He's standing at chalkboards with incredibly complex.
Yeah, we didn't see him go.
I mean, in that film where they had the other actor playing Reed Richards in one of the other Marvel films, the CGI on that was very, very good. So I would hope that you use the same. So it should be okay.
But did you see the new Marvel character, the tortoiseshell panther? She's on my lap right now.
You're going to get her to sign some of your books.
Yeah, would do. She's getting on. She's very. You don't let her have your lap, she'll rip your shreds. Literally, she wants to climb up your body. I want to get out to go have a wee, and she's like, trying to grab hold of you like that. Right, let me show my comics then. These are some that I got a while ago from John Lacey, actually. Who most
Hey, Mark,
of you know.
did you see those pictures of those Dave Stevens and those Al Williamson signed books I sent?
No, I don't think I did. Did you put them on the channel?
Yeah, they're on the chat.
Greatest Adventure. I'll have a Greatest Adventure.
Isn't there a first appearance in My Greatest Adventure? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. 82, 83. Which one is it? 83?
83, I think.
83.
My First Brothers of the Spear.
I got that one.
Quid, whatever it was, I'd have that. I have got another Dagar, the Invincible, but now I have two. Or Dagar. Pronounce it as you will. This one, for some reason, I saw it and I didn't think I had it because I didn't recognise the cover. But and then I realised that it says that I've got it, and Mark doesn't need a double one because he's already got one. So anyway, I seem to have a double of this now. Sergeant Striker's Death Squad.
A harder one.
I just saw the cover and I was like, I don't recognise that cover. I don't remember it being like that. Got a fighting army.
My friend Harry's got like 80 books signed by Dave Stevens, but I just shared the Planet Comics one for shits and giggles.
Nice.
He's got a hardback book signed by him. He's got Kenny Stevens cover, all the Rocketeer books.
I've got a pretty complete collection of Dave Stevens.
You got Al Williamson signed Flash Gordon books. He's got a To Die For collection.
That's a nice one.
Isn't that a key?
It's number 300.
Number 300.
Yeah.
It's definitely a very kind of like reused cover, I think. I'm not sure if it's a key itself, but the cover has been repurposed for like whatever happened to the Man of Steel at the end of the
majority of the Superman annuals are like that in boxes.
It's a nice 10-cent action.
Yeah, my friend Harry's an old Army officer. He's a pretty tough guy, but he's on like his 9th round of chemo treatments and stuff. So he's already
Big O has got
his expiration date by a couple of years.
Big O has got some Dave Stevens signed as well.
Right. Okay, guys. Lois Lane 11. Oh, yeah. There's the jungle. The original Jungle Girl. Well, maybe not. But like this one, see if you can spot where the previous owner may have got a bit happy with a pen. See if you can spot. Is that Superman being held aloft by Lana Lang, or is it me in a Superman
I think he was trying to change him into Grey Man.
Yeah.
He's a dirty old bastard.
Changed him to Grey Man before Grey Man was born.
Look at that. Did you hear my woman just abusing me then?
What did she say?
I wouldn't.
She called me a dirty old bastard for some reason. I don't know what she was getting on at.
She should know.
I think she must have. She had headphones on. She must have thought I was saying something else.
Someone nibbling that one.
Sorry.
I haven't got that one.
Yeah, right on
number 15. Well, this one, he gave me a big stack of coverless ones as well, about 25 coverless ones. And it just so happened there's one in there that I need for my Lois Lane run, so I keep that as a reader until I manage to get one with a cover on it. That's number 20, I believe. No, 25. Number 25. Right, got myself a Boris Karloff. It's Whitman, so it must be a reprint, mustn't it?
No, isn't that just a distribution chain?
Yes, the Whitman's published it.
Whitman's were for the early direct market.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was Gold Key, that one. I can't remember now. Right, got a Grimm's Ghost Stories.
Nice.
Another Grimm's Ghost Stories. A Viking warrior claims his bride.
What number's any of these, Gray?
I don't know, mate.
Issue number
60, this one.
60. That's not 60 cents.
It says number 60, and this is
Yeah,
number 56. And look, you thought this cat was impressive. Have a look at this one. It's like double vision, Pops. It's an imposing cat. Two imposing cats staring.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar. I reckon this is where they get the idea from you, Papalina. Is that what happened? Kill the giant cat, it says. We don't kill cats, do we, Pops? That's the wrong thing to do. We don't do this.
So weirdly, these ones are.
Oh, that's one of my favourite House of Secret covers. Love it.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
It seems to be that there are Whitman variants, but both the normal and the variant have the W one. But on the variant, it's yellow.
Okay.
On the later ones, anyway.
All right, here's a stupid one for you guys.
There's supposed to be some Star Trek Gold Key, the Star Trek Gold Key in Whitman, isn't there?
House of Mystery.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, some Star Trek ones. In fact, I think I've got one.
Could have done with this on Axe Week on Cover Slingers a few weeks back.
Here's a silly one for you guys to groan at me for. I'm not a gambling man, but I'd have to bet what Catman do.
No.
Catman do. No.
61 issues, Terry. 61 issues, Gold Key, Star Trek.
Yeah, I know that. No, I was saying there was Whitman ones as well.
No, there's lots of Whitman ones amongst the Star Treks. I've got a good collection of the original Gold Keys, stroke Whitmans. Terry.
These three are really low grade.
Well, Whitman and Gold Key are the same company.
Cartmans for £2. Yeah.
It's all the same company. Sometimes they'd print Gold Key on them. Sometimes they'd print Whitman.
Bit of a rip on that one, but for. So I got 3 low grade chart ones for £2, so can't grumble. Batman Family Giant
out of Racine, Wisconsin.
Good pickup here, Gray.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
The Gold Key Star Treks are the only Star Trek books I haven't got. But I've got them in. I've got 5 compendiums, but they never brought out the other 2. So, well, not in English anyway. It's supposed to be Italian. There's Italian and French and Spanish versions of 6 and 7, but for some reason or other, there's no English version.
Do I have a cat head?
Yeah. I haven't got that one either. H-Bomb 1.
He's writing H-Bomb. He hasn't quite finished writing it yet. But if he does write it, the world's going to blow up. Because it's like a machine that you type into it, it conjures up whatever you type in. So.
Dial H for bomb.
That's a great cover.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hero Your Fellow Campers.
Yeah.
I remember them. I used to pick up a few of those occasionally, the unexpected. I remember picking that one up. Remember that cover.
Hang down your head.
I've got quite a few. I'm still working on my Unexpected collection. It's such a long run, Unexpected.
Yeah. If you're only getting the horror ones, it's a bit easier.
Yeah.
Ironical title, really, isn't it?
Right, that's that lot, mate. Guys, that's that lot. I'm waiting for a package to come off some nefarious dude that I sometimes buy from. He's a right wrong un, but you have to deal with wrong uns sometimes in this world.
I know who you mean.
Have you paid him yet?
I finished paying him, yeah.
So only about another 6 months before I ship it.
Fourth and last payment went out. I reckon you shipped it today. Don't fib.
I did actually take it today, but I missed the last post. So I reckon it'll arrive at your house on Friday.
Friday? Gosh,
I reckon so. It might, if you're lucky, it'll get there Thursday, but I think it'll be Friday.
I'm going back and changing my 5-star review on that Trustpilot.
Oh, yeah. No change in the 5-star review. And Gray, when it turns up right, you will get some triggering going on because it's got some bent corners in, but they're really old, shitty, like taped up comics and stuff. I'm not sitting there for 6 hours, like restoring a comic that's already ready for a sort of dustbin.
Oh, yeah. So it needs to be unbent and then put back in the bag, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And I put your 2018 in a bag for you just to keep you happy.
Yeah, good.
That Panic Comics was fine. I think I can get the gunge off it, and I didn't think the staple rusting was that significant.
Oh, that's wonderful, Mark. I mean, there
was a little bit of rusting, but it was minor.
Are you CGC in that one?
No, I've got 2 copies. I've got your one and I've got another one. I'm going to have a look at them both. Once I've cleaned up your one, I'll check them both and I'll probably submit one of them.
I'm pretty sure my one got you beat though, Darren.
If you get the gunk off the cover,
yeah.
What I honestly, and this is like, what I'd be really tempted to do is I would find another Blackthorn comic from a similar year. I'd try switching staples out.
Yeah, I'm not agile enough to do staple switching.
Right. And then, but if you did, I would then say if you were CGC, and I would say I would have thought that with the gunk off the cover and with non-rusted staples, I would say 8.5 or better.
Yeah. But I think
no, hold on, maybe there's 4.
I think the other one I've got is a 9+.
Right, right. Well, in
so
that
do
case,
I.
there's no debate then.
And if you look at that picture, the one Harry got signed, his is in better shape than mine was.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. So my other one came from Kyle. So and I think it's better.
I saw someone on Facebook put a photo up of X-Men 130, First Dazzler, I think it is.
Yeah.
And they just got 5 copies back from CGC, 4 of them 9.8, 1 of them 9.4. And then the woman said, I've got 5 more copies of this than my dad's he bought them when they were new.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
Anyone else got any new comics this week?
I won't get new comics because my taxes
you done
went
your
up. Since we got this house 5 years ago, the insurance has doubled. The property,
I'll show you some stuff.
Property tax doubled.
I've gone off down a rabbit hole.
I was going to say, Mark, have you done a video for your Mart Hall yet? I haven't seen one.
I haven't done it yet. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, so you're normally very quick with those, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, but I've been a bit slow this time. So I got this. I got some of these in a auction lot, and I really like them. They're great fun. They're from the 1940s and 50s.
Oh.
They're little sort of things like this. They're sort of digest size.
Oh. Basin full of fun.
A basin full of fun.
I thought it was in bashful fun for a minute.
These run from, and they're sort of.
I say.
Okay, I'm totally curious. Are those British
These are British 1940 from about 19 just at the start of it from the war years from about 1944 through to about 1960.
Yeah,
Can you just
because
show us-
they went in prude lockdown about what 60, 61, 62.
Can you just show us that woman
With
inside again for a
Prudhomme and
second?
all them.
Why? Do you recognise her?
Just hold that for a second.
You dirty old
And it's full of jokes, you know. So it's full of slightly dodgy sexist jokes.
Yeah, risque.
You know, they're all sort of cheesecake type.
Where the page 3 girls originated from.
Yeah, exactly. What really amuses me is it calls itself Family Magazine. It's the Family Magazine.
Okay.
Here it is. Yeah. Based and full of fun. The Family Magazine.
Those got
Doing great, Nick.
I can't for the life of me remember what they called it. I just always called it the prude crackdown of like 1960.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine with boobs out.
That's
Yeah,
airbrush.
She's got her Bristol's out.
She's got
Yeah,
her
that
Bristol's
is
out,
what
and
page
it's
3
but
came
it's
from.
perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine because it's a family magazine
Yeah.
for all the family.
Condition looks great.
The conditions are fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
It was probably
very-
sold
it's
in
very-
nudist colonies. That's why.
It's what's called an art magazine.
Yes. So you get away with it.
Or Big O go blind.
And they're great, and they're sort of like of the I like them because they're sort of really. I don't look at the women. It's you know it's
You just read the articles
it's the articles
with one hand. You
They-
can
they
read
just,
left-handed, right?
They're just there in case the internet goes down.
I just find them a sort of a sort of you know they're sort of memory of a previous time, you know, because you
Oh,
sort of
definitely, yeah.
75 years
Definitely.
ago, you know, you wouldn't get away with having that as a family magazine.
They probably, as I said,
Oh, Big O, you better. I'm sorry, Big O. That was not safe for work.
Even less safe for his school.
Yeah, they cracked down on that in America about 5 years earlier with the Keep Over hearings, and that's when the whole
But these
comic code came about from the seduction of the innocent book.
I'm going to try and put together a full set of these because I don't think I can't find anybody who's got a full set of these. So
That is a crazy mission. Do you know how many's in the set?
How many there were?
there's about 130, I think.
And how many you got already?
I've got about 35.
Oh,
Now that is a mission and a half. That is some rare shit.
It's very rare.
Got some
And
bags and boarding half, in you?
I'm going to bag and board them. Yeah.
Can you bag? You have to get like cut a board in half, wouldn't you?
I'll just put them in a standard current size bag and board.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, pulps are, you know, pulps now with the sort of suggestive covers are worth a load of money. I think these will be these are a good investment. You can pick these up. I picked the auction lot up at about £3 to £4 each. And I'm picking them up on eBay at sort of £5 to £8 each.
Was there anything else in the lot?
No.
So that shows you already that there is demand for them.
Oh no, definitely. There was other people bidding on these, and when they come up on eBay, there's 4 or 5 bidders.
Yeah. That'll keep you busy for at least 10 years, that collecting that 4 set.
It definitely will, because I imagine the earliest one I've got, I think, is issue 44. So here's the earliest one is issue 36. And it was only 4 pence. You could get it for 4 pence.
Number one would probably been about tuppence.
I kind of.
Yeah.
Granted, with those, the production on those is huge. They printed.
They missed the trick there, really. Did they not miss a trick there? There should have been 3 pence each with a threepennies in them.
Well, they probably were when it got to number one. They probably were threepence.
Yeah.
Yeah, they printed those in loads, but they had to survive the conservative burnings and the scares of it affecting kids and shit.
I can have.
We didn't have that over here, though, did we? So.
Well, you had the hearings. What was it, 61? I keep wanting to say Prudhomme. There's a damn movie based on it with Joanne Whaley, sexy as hell.
No, I don't remember anything.
The Scandal of 61, which set you guys as the comparable to the Keep Over hearings, where they cracked down on the London swinging scene, and
the London swinging scene
that
didn't
led
really happen
to,
until about 66.
and this, what I'm saying is they did that in 61, which is equivalent to our beatniks before the hippies came. They cracked down in like 61, then that led to the swinging scene, but that by then they'd already clamped down on all the news agents and bookstores and stuff like that. So the guys that used to sell that were knocked out of business. So the hippies came in to try and make another swinging scene again, but they didn't beat it out, and that stuff never got relaunched. It only the furthest it got back into your society was the Page 3.
People now, or
Well, there was a television show
some nighttime ones.
in the sort of
Got
60s that was called
Yeah,
Budgie, starred Adam Faith. And I mean, there was plenty of nudity in that. And that was in the 60s, and that was the 60s. And that was totally allowed. And I mean, that program was on at 8 o'clock in the evening. It wasn't on that late.
Yeah.
And there was nudity in it. There was people walking into the shops where you buy the top of the range, the top of the shelf magazines, all that sort of stuff. And that was in the 60s. Don't really remember us having it, that bad over here.
Well, there's the conservative crash of that stuff. They overreacted. They made it illegal to mail it. There's it's all.
I don't know whether all that happened in the UK though. I would blame in the UK. I wasn't alive then. I was, I was born in 1971, but I remember like my nan and granddad and my mother. They're always trying to just keep a clean and tidy house, and anything that's laying around for more than 10 minutes, they'd chuck it out. It's the curse of women. They'll just chuck it. If it's not nailed down, they'll chuck it out after seeing it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what is responsible for a lot of English memorabilia disappearing. Usually to jump.
These are hard to find. I mean, there are not millions of these sitting around there may have been lots of them produced, but there's not many of them left.
No, not at all.
That's what I said. A lot of them got those,
and not in this sort of condition either.
Those conservative groups came after them.
But
I'm trying to remember the name of those conservative groups.
They're 1944 and 45. Well, I mean, the army and all that sort of would have had them, and they would have been left in the trenches, not trenches, but left, that kind of stuff. Like the American comic books in the 40s that were left in the trenches. Those sort of things would have been.
I think the peak of those was like post-war 1946 to 1960.
Yeah, you're right, Kyle. Exactly.
There's that window, and you can. It's all written about. It's in The Seduction of the Innocent, where that's American, but it talks about the British conservative movement. Which, again, when I say conservative, you guys may view it different. The church is coming out saying that's just bile. You can't do that, and thumping Bibles and stuff like that. And then
I'm trying to think of that woman.
It's the Perdome scandal, right?
Mary Whitehouse.
Mary Whitehouse. That's the one I was trying to think of. To say, she was the main cause over here of prim and proper and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it got to the stage that they actually made one of the nudie magazines, and they called it Mary Whitehouse. Just to get their own back on her.
Yeah, that's the woman I'm talking about. And I want to say it was the Perdome scandal of 61, but they just really clamped down on it for
females
like that.
I must say I preferred Penthouse to Mary Whitehouse.
But a whole lot of that is comic intertwined. So much of that. Those magazines and Tijuana Bibles are so intertwined in the comic book history. Because of the Keep Alva hearings, because of The Seduction of the Innocent, because of that one fuck knuckle.
Oh gosh.
Warner?
Oh, god damn it. What's that guy's name? The one that caused the comics code. I mean, it was the Keep Alva hearing.
Was it Werther? Was it Frederick Werther?
Frederick Wortham.
Wortham. Okay.
Yeah, Frederick Wortham. Frederick Wortham in the Keep Alva hearings, and they tried to turn everybody into prudes. They did a prohibition swing, like they did in 29, and they come in the late 40s, early 50s, and tried another prohibition swing, and then they do it in the 80s, but it happens every 25 years or whatever.
Yep.
But it's intertwined with comic book history. Those dirty rags he was holding right there, very, very, very intertwined with comic book history. And I'd be willing to bet.
Mag, do you mean my nostalgic magazines?
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you those printing companies go hand in hand with whoever was printing comics back then.
Oh,
They go. They were here in the States very much so. I mean, the Tijuana Bibles were one-offs, but they still use specific artists. But the magazines like that, they're the same printing companies. You'll see them come out
Does
of
it
the
say
same
inside who's the company who produced them, Mark?
the same First Amendment.
I mean, there was a magazine called Health and Efficiency, and all the pictures in there were allowed because they were from nudist camps.
Yeah.
Even National Geographical was just for the titties, wasn't it?
But the bar books, the cheeky stuff, that's all from the same lot of First Amendment guys. The Hugh Hefner lot.
What you need to do is to remember to place your order for Boff, Basin Full of Fun.
Oh, my Boff. Yeah, I hadn't realised that.
Okay, printed and published in England by F. Youngman Limited at the County Press, Leeds. So these are produced in Leeds or printed in Leeds.
There's a lot. You
know, well, I've never heard Youngman in terms of any.
I haven't heard them to do with comics either.
But there's just a hand in hand.
Or is it F. Youngman Printing?
Yeah. F. Youngman Limited, County Press, Leeds.
County Press, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll notice is those older books had a huge influence. You'll see, like, you'll wait till you recognize a photograph from one of them books and you think, oh shit, that's like the cover of this Underground comic I have. That was their source material for shit like that. That was Robert Crumb had stacks of those American versions of those books, and that's what he drew off of when he drew those people, and he wasn't drawn from that. There's a ton of documentaries on that about the history of it and how it influenced things.
Films in the early 70s, like the Confessions films. I mean, now, I mean, maybe different exist, but nowadays, it'd probably be a double A now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and it's like the pulps when you've heard the Jack Kirby story of the pulps, where they'd find them floating down the street. You know, somebody would buy them, discard them into the street. They're floating down the street to the sewer. And these scrub kids would pick them up, and that's how they get to read the pulps. Like one of Jack Kirby's favorite stories he ever read, he said he picked up before it swept away to sea because the guy had thrown it from the newsagent into the sewer, running down the street.
So how they got the name
Stan Lee said the same thing about the spider. He was introduced to the spider because someone threw it down on the street.
In Helen Moore's story, I think I told you about it. It's in one of his books. He does this sort of alternative history of comics, which is sort of like a blend of reality and Alan Moore putting his his sort of side on it. And he's talking through the history of comics in Superman 4. When the budget's got really low, they decide to appoint this English director to do Superman 4 and do it in England, and the guy they get to do it is the guy who directed and produced all the Confessions of a Window Cleaner. And so Superman 4 is being directed by the guy who did Confessions of a Window Cleaner.
Right.
What's his name won't do it, so he walks off the set. Who's what?
Donner. Richard.
No, the Superman actor.
Christopher
Reeve. So they appoint Robin Asquith as the new Superman. So Superman 4 becomes a sort of Confessions of a Superhero movie.
I'd looked up some Vincent Price stuff recently, so it started coming up. Random interviews started coming up on my YouTube thread. And I was just watching one the other day that he did with Parkinson.
Michael Parkinson.
He's sitting down. It was like a 10-minute interview with Parkinson, and he's telling this story about being hired for this job because they've been typecast in the horror type thing or whatever. And him and this other fairly famous women were cast as the leads, and they come in and shot their scenes, and then like he did 3 days of work, and then they just sent him away, and they're like, well, do you need us back? And they go back, they're curious, so they go back on set, and the actors that were around them before are now on stage, are now being filmed, and it's a stag film. And he said they put them in a stag film as the lead actors, but they didn't have them doing any of the stag stuff. That was filmed otherwise. So one of his movies is actually a stag film.
Who was that?
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
Vincent
It's a God damn it. See, my brain's really not working. I keep wanting to call him Parking House.
The house something else by the sound of it.
Parkinson.
Yeah, there's a Parkinson interview. It's got like 1 million views on it, but it's a Parkinson interview he did like in 73. He's like, yeah, I'm in a stag film. You know, they
so he got paid.
Got paid by the inch.
Yeah,
I'm not having much luck.
They hired him to do the straight lines and then basically turn it into a stag film with straight actors in the beginning of it, and to be
Me
the
too,
lead.
great. Can't find anything.
No, you can't find anything.
I found something called abesbooks.co.uk, and they've got quite a few on there, but each one is £16.60.
Oh yeah, Abe books for sale. They've got, and they sell them from the States. So there's a number of these for sale in the States.
Yeah,
they're hugely expensive. Yeah, they're about 15 to 20 quid if you buy them from the States. I'm not buying them from the States.
No.
Well, they'll pop up sooner or later, but it'll be a 1 in 10,000 find. You know, 1 in 10,000 households might have some of these.
Yeah, that's right.
I reckon. I mean, when I'm mentally doing my maths, I would have thought 1 in 1,000 households might have comics.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So this is probably going to be 10 times harder to find, I would have thought. I'm making these figures up completely.
The other thing that happens also, the other thing that you've got to take into account is that people know that American comics are worth money. So if they go into the attic, you know, and they find a box of old Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
They go, oh, okay, we probably need to. These are going to be worth something. If they find some of this old British stuff,
yeah,
they're probably just
straight in the bin. Straight in the bin. Yeah, yeah.
Well, and you know, like in America here, especially when they go into Prude Overdrive and all these religious groups, and they dump their Bibles and stuff, but every third or maybe every fifth household, the man of the house either had a stash in the house or at his office or in his car or in his shed, because the biggest deviants were the ones that were on the pulpit ever. And that's consistent through history. But these White House ladies, these Mrs. White Houses would go out, but you know her husband was at home with the freakiest shit in the world. You know, and it would always come out. These Republican senators here.
I don't think she was married, was she?
No.
Yeah. Well, I think I may be screwing her up with somebody else, but there was one of them they were swearing up and down was a lesbian that hated herself. You know,
no,
they just hated themselves, but they just, it's self-loathing to the nth degree. These senators in these states that, you know, no gay marriage, no gay this, no gay that, and then they're arrested. She
was married.
Train station.
She was married. Okay.
60 years. She was married for 60 years.
There you go.
And I can never remember the name of that couple that like locked their daughter in the basement and the dad made her pregnant and they tortured all these people.
Joseph Fritzl.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Austrian guy.
Yeah. But it's that kind of people that are, you know, Bible thumpers on the surface, and that shit boiling underneath is just the most vile of human nature. And it's just consistently been that way with humanity. You know, you thump it too hard, you got something seething underneath.
Yeah, a lot of the repressed people do have secret depths, nasty depths you don't want to see.
They're the most depraved. I mean, I hate to say it. The field, you know, I've got 30 years experience working with the inbred, developmentally disabled, troubled people. and 90+% of them came from religious or American versions, conservative Republican households that were shunned by their families, just completely shunned by their families. Hell, Special Olympics, we can knock on the Democrats too. Special Olympics was started by the Kennedy matriarch because one of John Kennedy's siblings was MR, and they hid her away for 40 years.
Yeah, I watched a horror film like a couple of months back, and it was like based on that back in the Victorian times or whatever. If there was someone born with a deformity or something, a child born with deformity, they just locked them in the room. They had a special room for them. They locked them in there, never let them out.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
it's the shit of nightmares.
Mm.
And it comes from inbreeding, and the inbreeding states are red states consistently.
Man, that was still around nowadays. You four wouldn't have got out. And I wouldn't be having this stream with you now, would I?
What did you say? Kyle wouldn't have got out if we did. Yeah.
I said all four
I
of you.
broke out of the cage. But if you want a disturbing look at modern today, not a historical purview of it, a modern look today, Soft White Underbelly, the story of the Whitaker family in West Virginia. It's a 20-year ongoing documentary series on a family out there. I don't even have to say it. Just write it down. Soft White Underbelly and watch. Your skin will crawl.
Yeah. I think I'd rather
In other
watch,
news on the Geeky Weeky channel.
Yeah.
Aaron, have you got any Dobson comics to show us?
On a lighter note.
I want to see the DC he bought. We're still halfway through them, and we only a third of the way through them.
I've got a few bits and bobs to say, show, whatever. Terry, I haven't had a chance to look at your stuff yet, but I know that I've got a Daredevil number 9, which is where your list started, and I know that the multiples of collections I bought, especially the Litchfield auction, starts at number 13 and works up. There is a gap in Litchfield, but I think I've filled it from other auctions. I think that list will be filled 100%.
Really?
Now, can you wait for me to? How long can you wait before I tell you any answers?
I'm going to save the money up for the bloody things if you've got all of them.
Right.
I'll be in debt to you for years going by that.
Well, you just keep sending me money whenever you've got any money. And in a couple of months, I'll tell you what comics I've got.
This is
Sounds dubious.
The only reason is
welcome to the Darren Collett Retirement Fund.
This is good economics. This is Splat Economics 101. The reason being, Terry, right? As you know, I'm processing stuff, but my Marvel is currently split into 3 sorted stacks, all of which are difficult to get at. The things I'm trying to look for. So I know damn well I've got. For example, I've got 131 is the first bullseye. So I know I've got 2 of that in very fine order.
Well, I've got all of those anyway. So
oh, you've got all of those.
I sent you the list.
Hold on a minute.
I've got down to wish 272 on my list.
Hold on a minute. Is the list you sent me, is that the list of stuff you got or the list of stuff you want?
What I want. That's what I want.
I thought 131 was on it.
No.
Oh, okay. That's just me assuming then. Number 9 was on your wants list, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. So we're good.
Number 9.
What I'll do, when I've got the Marvel mixed into
the earliest one
collection,
I've got is 13.
When I get it mixed into one collection, I'll get your wants list and I'll go and pull one out of everything for your list, and I'll stack it here behind me. But it's going to take me a month.
Yeah, that's all right.
Because I'm doing other stuff.
Bullseye, as we know him, first appeared in Daredevil 131, but he did have a precursor appearance. What was it in?
Is it the same guy, or was it like some of the same name?
Which one, Mark?
I'm just kidding.
I would have said Marvel Age or Marvel.
I'll give you a hint. It started as a Jim Stranko series, and it was short-lived.
Nick Fury.
Marvel. Yep. Like it's Nick Fury 14 or 15. I think it's 15, but that's his it's not even a prototype appearance. It's an appearance of the guy as a Shield agent, and then they turn him into Bullseye in 131.
Well, how do you know this, Kyle? How do you know it's the same character? Is he called the same name, or is this purely speculation?
You look at it in the Overstreet or whatever. I mean, that's how they maced him when he was in Daredevil season.
I know the Constrictor used to be
Shield agent.
The Constrictor used to be a Shield agent.
Say, Darren, if you look at my list, the earliest book I want now, it says on my list 82. I got that because it's in red. And then the next one's 81. But as I said, the earliest issue I've got of Daredevil is 15. But I want 81 backwards.
Okay.
But there's quite a few missing.
Are you trying to get all of them, including number 1?
Yeah. I mean, but obviously number 1's going to be the silly one. But to say But I mean, if there was a number 1, and you've got, well, it depends on how long I live, really, doesn't it? Really, pay for that one.
And how long I live as well. I have had a Daredevil number 1 in the past, but sold it long ago.
Yeah, but
lowest I got was number 3, and I gave it away.
Bloody YouTubers like Mark and everything else telling people and Alan telling people how low the Daredevil number 1 is.
It is low.
It should be more expensive. Them bastards are the reason that it's going up in price.
Terry,
so anyway, right, so
don't wait 5 years. Buy it now.
Yes.
Daredevil, I've got millions of, right? So I can keep you happy financially for at least a year, Terry. So
there's no mention of Bullseye being a member of Shield.
I've got 309. I need 71 issues. That's all.
No problem. Then also the Flash, Brave and the Bold. I'll have some of them, but not quite as many. Yeah. And what was the other? Detective 68. I've only got a smattering of, like maybe 2 or 3, and I'm not sure what the grade is.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's you sorted out. That's you dealt with.
Well,
next one,
in the Darren sort of way, yes.
Next one. Oh, actually, where's Kyle disappeared off to? The next one I wanted to catch him on the next one. So we'll go to Gray. We'll go to your list then. Gray.
He's gone off. He's gone off now to try and prove that Bullseye first appeared.
Oh no! Do you know what? You're probably right, Mike. He's gone upstairs, hasn't he?
According to Wikipedia, it says that he was a member of the National Security, so he was an assassin for the NSA or something, but no mention of SHIELD. National Security Agency, he was an assassin, but he doesn't say anything about him being a member of SHIELD. But I do remember there was a guy called the Constrictor who had these coils that he constricted people with, and he was a member of SHIELD originally. But I don't know if he's conflating the two or something.
I think he's probably right, because I've seen a couple of other things similar to this, where like an unnamed character that's almost drawn identically and acts the same and has the same powers becomes someone later on. You'll never hear the last of it if you fact checked him and then he comes back and he's right.
It's like the appearance of Luthor in Action Comics. I mean, some people say it's earlier issue because there's a bald guy in it, sort of thing. Someone say it's the bloke on the front of the cover of of Action 1, which is not Action 7, isn't it? I think it's Action 7. They say is the first appearance of Luthor, but there's a previous appearance of somebody that was a villain that was bald in there. But so. There's all these arguments about who, what, and when. The weird thing is, though, that Luthor originally, not originally, the Luthor from Earth 2, which was the Golden Age, had red hair. Because Superboy, and the origin of that is that Superboy was supposed to be the reason that Luthor didn't have hair, and that's when he was a boy. So make their bloody minds up. It's supposed to. He blew a Superboy. There was a fire in Luthor's chemistry lab. Why he got a 12-year-old's got a chemistry lab, God knows. But anyway, there was chemicals set on fire, and Superboy blew into it to knock the fire out, and the chemicals went onto Luthor's hair and knocked all his hair out. And so Luthor was bald when he was a boy, according to that. But then later on in other series, Luthor's got red hair, and he loses it later. So.
Oh, but later on, that was a clone of him, though. You talk about the big red bushy hair where he pretended to be his own son.
Just a normal sort of hair. But it was because the
There
thing
was
is,
one
they
when he
keep
came
messing
back in
around
the
saying
80s.
one's from Earth
when
1
he-
and one's from Earth 2.
When he first came
I
back,
mean, the Earth
he was
2 Luther is a good guy. So.
I got booted
Sorry,
out
the
of
Earth 3
StreamYard
Luther is a
doing
good
that.
guy.
But
Look at this. This is from Nick Fury versus Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 15.
I just
Look at
sent
that
a
second
picture of the
panel.
cover. I just sent a picture of the cover in a CGC book.
Number 94. I want
Look
to
at the
report
second
on
panel.
Fury and
Contact the
I can't see it.
spycraft and tell them on a number
Oh, there we go.
94. I want to report on the positions of both Fury and Bullseye.
So this is a different character called Bullseye.
Yeah, but it's Bullseye with a hyphen.
Because if you
Nah,
look at
like I said,
go
I
to-
sent a picture of the cover in the CGC book. It's the
If you go to
introduction and death
Wikipedia-
of Bullseye, but it's essentially the same guy.
not according to the Marvel wiki or to Wikipedia itself, there's no mention of him working for S.H.I.E.L.D. on either of
That's
those
what I
two
said.
sources. He
He's
was a mercenary.
infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D., whatever my verbiage was. That's a technical first. It's not quite a prototype because they kind of based him off of this guy.
Yeah, but it's not the same guy though.
But it's the Marvel thing. I mean, it's right there. If you look at the CGC thing in the picture I took and sent,
Yeah, so you're
it
saying
even
this. You're
says
saying this came
introduction.
before. So the Marvel Wikipedia is their official page. It would tell you that that's what is it?
Like I
if he
said,
was a
it's in
S.H.I.E.L.D.
the
agent or
Overstreet price
appeared
guide.
in that book.
It's listed as a precursor. It talks about it,
Yeah, so
precursor.
it's
The
some. It
Bullseye
sounds like
Limited
some.
series references it, so they
It sounds
retcon
like
it.
some BS they added later on to try and get more people to buy it. To me,
They
so,
they
let's pretend
used
this
the
is
they
the
they
first
took
appearance of
that
Bullseye
and
so
made
we can get more
Bullseye
money
is
for
what
it.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
The
Well,
same
you
guys
know
who
what?
did that are the same guys who did Daredevil 131. That was the and again, I'm quoting a goddamn documentary. If you guys watch the documentaries on this stuff, the guys who did it talk about it. The guys who did it
Oh,
say,
look, in the tree. In the
you
tree.
know,
It's Bullseye. It is.
it's a
It's Bullseye in the tree.
gestation.
That's him. You can see
The
he's got a
character-
circle on his chest.
What is this?
I
Nick
can't
Fury
see it.
14.
This is Nick
15.
Fury 15.
It's Nick Fury 15. It's the last issue.
Yeah,
This
with
is
a
him. That's
costume.
him there in the tree. Look, there's all his Bullseye equipment.
Well, he's on the cover. It says here on
There
Go
he is.
Collect.
Look at the circle on his chest.
Okay, it says here on Go Collect, first appearance and death of Bullseye. It's a different character.
Well,
Yes.
but you
You
guys
got-
aren't listening to what I'm saying. They took the skeleton of this character
Yeah, mate.
and developed him into Bullseye.
Yeah, it's a different character though. But long and short of it, it's a different character. So they may
It's
have liked the idea. They saw the character.
Yeah,
and
but
thought, oh,
Carl's
look,
right.
we'll
It's
use
a
him again.
prototype.
Yeah.
It's not even a prototype. It's the same guys who did both the stories. The same guys did Daredevil 131. The same
But
writers.
it's not the same character, Kyle, so it's got to be a prototype.
That's what I'm saying. I'm quoting the guys that created Bullseye, is what I'm telling you. They took that character and piecemealed him to make him that. The editors got together, and that's where Bullseye started, was in Nick Fury 15. They carried it over to an Avengers story and fleshed him out even more, and then made him Bullseye.
Avengers story.
Yeah, it's again, look at the CGC photograph I sent. It even references it in the thing on the CGC label. But I'm quoting the guys who created Bullseye that said this is where the seed gestated for that character, and they don't even call it a prototype because it's not the same thing. But it is. It's more or less the prototype where Bullseye came from in 1971. He appeared in like 1971 in S.H.I.E.L.D., and they fleshed out the character to come out in the early 73 or whatever. Again, I'm just quoting. Look up the interviews with Jerry. I think it's Jerry Conway.
Can I have a show of hands? Have we took this conversation to death by now? Because I've heard it now.
Okay, I'm just saying it's
now. We don't need this.
The only reason I know this is because I've seen the documentary.
Come on, let's move on to something else.
It's definitely it's definitely a prototype.
Yeah, of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's not on the official Marvel pages.
I've
but
never said it was the same guy.
All right, Kyle, put a sock in it, please. Come on,
the
let's move
same
on to
guy
something else.
created him.
For fuck's sake. Right.
Well,
Anyway.
I'm going to put it on my. If I've got Shield 15, I'm going to stick it on there. Prototype Bullseye, like £6 million. So definitely, I think score for there.
First Bullseye don't go for that. So.
Anyway, changing the subject.
It's not like Hulk 180 where it's whether it's not the first Wolverine. It's not. It's a Jerry Conway idea that spawned that.
I showed something last week.
I don't know. That's all I have to contribute to this stuff. I'll mute.
Get back on, Carl, because this next one's for you. I wanted to get you to see this. We looked at this one last week.
Kyle, if it's any consolation, on eBay, they all say first appearance Silver Age Bullseye. all the copies of Nick Fury 15 say first Silver Age Bullseye.
This one last week we moved over quite quickly, probably a bit too quickly, because there's some interesting stuff to say about it. And Kyle's the man I wanted to do the saying. Kyle, what's this? Tell me all about this.
What, Blazing Combat?
What is it?
Is that the EC comic?
No.
I mean, is that reprints of the EC comic?
No.
I have no idea.
Warren Production Publication.
Warren.
This is a Warren publication.
This is a 1978 produced reprint book of 4 issues of a magazine issued by Warren called Blazing Combat. So the write-up about it in various places says it was, like Charlie's War's very sort of anti-war in the Battle UK comic.
Yeah.
Very serious and deals with the issue very well, actually. This was the kind of tone that this also had, but it wasn't well received, and so it only lasted 4 issues. But here's what I found interesting. These are the covers for those 4 issues. I'm waiting for anyone to chip in. Damn right, Presetta.
Yeah, I think Comic Max Music's got these. I think I've seen him show these before. Definitely seen someone showing them on Slingers.
And I just thought that was cool. It's a Frazetta one, and we normally go nuts on Frazetta.
Yeah.
Well, I like Frazetta. I don't like that one in particular. The one that actually you've got the cover of there.
That one there.
I don't like that. But the other 3 I quite like.
And that's a sort of blow up of one of those 4 covers.
Is that a giant claw coming out of the tank or something? I can't quite work out what's going on that cover.
No, it's a dead German
flying out. It's a person flying out. I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that was just that one. Right. The next bit of business to clear up is Gray. We're trying to figure out what I didn't put in your pile.
I think it was just what you showed on the pictures you sent me.
Do you reckon I'm missing anything or not?
No, I don't think so. There's only a couple of cover loose ones and number 1 of From Beyond the Unknown.
That was one of them. Did you want that one?
If it's price depending, obviously.
Well, look, I mean that one's got a pretty nasty.
Yeah,
I think it covers off anyway. Yeah, that covers off. So
that's a grey.
5p cover.
That's right. That's what we said last week. That's a grey grade for sure. And I haven't got it, so I'd like to get it.
This one is a grey grade.
Yeah, cool.
I love that one.
Actually, what number is that?
220.
That cover looks familiar. I have to just check.
I've just done my 1970 video. It comes out on Friday.
Right, where's the grey pile disappeared to? Right, Gray, I'm starting you a new pile here. That's your pile.
What was that one number again? 22 what?
The first one was 214. The second one is 220. That's 220.
220 I've got. I don't need that one.
Okay, right, no problem.
Yeah, I thought I recognised the exploding.
Right,
Phone
that's us sorted again. Now I will, if you wish, continue to show a bit more DC, but I've just got to switch boxes. So it'll take me 2 minutes to switch boxes. No one falling out with Kyle while I'm gone.
I'm not falling out with Kyle. Just done enough of that same conversation being repeated
Oh,
over and
hold
over
No,
again.
I've attracted more trolls.
Oh shit!
Have we?
I've got more trolls from Sticky Goose.
Well, on your channel?
I
Yeah.
thought you packed it in.
Sorry?
I thought you packed it in.
Yes, so Darren posted and said, "Oh, Sticky Goose."
Oh, as a result of me.
Yes. So
Oh, sorry.
you posted and said Sticky Goose is stopping, and I thought, hurrah! So I followed the link into the show where Sticky Goose says he's stopping, and I just sort of I did what Darren did, which was a mistake, and I just put a post saying hurrah. But I feel
no! Oh well, it wasn't because of me then. It was you.
and I said, but I suspect this narcissist will be back very shortly.
Yeah, I remember seeing your post. Yeah, I didn't bother watching the video. I just wanted to see the comments and see how what people were saying. I like the comments.
Which was a mistake, and
Yes.
I've attracted a couple more trolls now.
Oh dear.
But where did you post that to? Did you post it on YouTube or did you post it on Facebook?
YouTube, yeah.
YouTube. He put it in the comments. I remember seeing the comment. I remember seeing that one.
In the comments.
Yeah, I said something
I
like,
thought it had to be Mark because nobody else would be able to spell narcissistic properly.
I said something like, hurrah, it's narcissist will be back. And then something, what did I say? Oh, you sow what you reap, which quite a few people had said.
Yeah.
Issue number 4 of Adventure Comics.
I've got that one. But that's the first appearance of Mordru, I think.
You guys talk. I'll just show the comics and entertain you.
My pile,
I've got
please.
that one.
That really, Mark?
Yeah, I like a bit of Supergirl.
That one's a very good or less.
No, it's not high enough grade then.
It's a very good because it's got a staple pop off the cover.
You did show those ones. You did show that last week.
Did I?
Yeah.
Maybe I just popped these few back in the box.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe no. I showed them to you, Terry, because you were looking. It might have been after we shut down.
I didn't see last week. I didn't see these last week.
Yeah, I think he showed them out. He showed them afterwards when we turned off. Yeah.
Okay. You got a private viewing.
Yeah. Is the resolution okay? Because it looks awful on my screen.
No, it's okay.
No, looks all right. Looks all right.
These are nice, but a bit low grade.
Yeah, remember this was the collection where the guy had gone to the newsagent and bought them one by one, but then gone backwards to jumble sales. So these are so the start of the run is always his jumble sale ones.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it becomes very fine or better almost every issue. Although he has got gaps.
All these so far.
This
what number's that one?
415.
Is she being dragged by hair?
By hair, yeah. That's an Allen cover.
Oh, I'll have that one, Darren.
That's probably where it starts getting nice. That one's going to be very fine.
Oh, forget it then.
It's Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill is here. Hello, Billy.
Hello, Bill.
Hey, buddy boys. How are you guys?
All good, all good.
Well, that looks like a penis.
So hang on a minute. Why is she throwing a giant cock and balls?
Yeah, it's phallic shape, that one.
That's the first thing that came to my mind too. I guess we're both sick.
That's to everybody's. That's why they put the price of it up.
Oh, now hang on. The grade's gone up.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it went up like 2 issues ago.
Right,
so this would be. You want this?
Yeah.
Now there is something going on, and it's okay. It's okay. Can you see 3 faint red stripes here on the cover?
Yeah.
That's actually that. It's not a fault.
It's not. It's coming from the inside.
It's the pink bike.
Yeah, it's the pink bike. Yeah.
I used to have one of those chop cycles.
Right, Mark. Right, your pile.
I can see you.
Oh, what have I missed?
I can see. Yeah, you've missed all the good stuff, Bill.
It's on Mark's pile now.
And that one. These ones in decent grade, I'll take. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, this is going to be. Well, it might just squeeze in a very fine.
As long as they're sort of 4.550.
Oh, then I showed that one already.
Oh,
But this is battered.
That's nice though.
That's in a good, I reckon.
Yeah. Nice comic. You'll still get a tenner for that.
I tell you what is really hard is you know, when I started Splat Comics, I would just go near mint, very fine, or very good, or good, and you know, quite broad things. Well, I'm now grading like crazy, and I tell you what, I can totally understand the need for a plus and minus in each grade. So you've actually got 3 divisions within the grade.
And that one, please. Haven't got that.
That's a Batman.
Yeah, I know it is. I saw it.
Oh yeah,
I've got that.
there's you know, once you drop out of very fine, the range of flaws and faults is so infinite, you know.
Yeah.
And the degree of the flaw is also infinite.
Put that one on my pile, please. Nice grade. That looks fine. I've got that.
There's only one more comic I can think of where someone's about to get blown away by a cannon, and that's Brave and the Bold. What happens?
Yeah, there's a big cannon on that.
Yeah.
So look at the difference on the colour of these. Look, that's the jumble cell versus bought from the newsagent.
Yeah, a big difference.
So Mark, I will forewarn you, when it comes to Batman, there's not a lot of discount to be given.
That's
because
okay.
I can sell these. Like, as soon as these go on the site, they sell out.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's fine. I've got that one.
These are for the PC. You don't, certainly when you're selling them on, you want to get them cheaper, really, mostly, in it.
These are beauties.
Yeah, they're nice. I've got quite a few of these. I'll just gap filling. Oh, that's nice. I'll take that.
Number 2.
Supergirl number 2. Number 3.
Well, I haven't seen that. Yeah, that's
that
nice.
Tanner look in the back.
Some great covers on there, Supergirl.
So Tanner's in there from number 2 through to 11. I think she's in issue 1.
Oh my goodness! Yes, I've never seen these. Yeah, I'm not.
Oh my God! Not another set you've never seen. Flipping heck, Mark.
There's only 11 of them.
We finished off that run this year.
Yeah, give me all these.
Last year, sorry. Last year I finished that run.
Love those.
Yeah, I finished them.
Oh, of course, they fall into good girl, bad girl.
Yeah, no, nice again. Yeah, these go into my romance category.
I got
these are like romance covers.
I got a set from America, and even though I'd had 3 of the other issues,
such
a nice set that I bought.
There's only 11 of these. Is there only 11 of these, Terry?
It's 11 or 12. The last one's got the Prez on it.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah.
That's snake hair.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And Batman's in that look. And Green Lantern. And Northman.
And they haven't been turned to stone. Why not?
They're in the process of being turned to stone.
Oh, yeah, these are nice.
I haven't seen number 1 in there, though.
Another bloody fortune with...
You know, I thought I had a number 1. I don't know why there isn't a number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1's quite expensive.
Number 10. That's number 10. So, yeah, this is... Yeah, I'm sure 11's the last issue.
What years were these, Terry? Are we in the 60s or 70s?
71, isn't it?
Early 70s. Early 70s.
Let me just rearrange your stack slightly.
These came out after her Avengers series finished.
Okay.
Oh, but I've turned into Bill.
Yeah, he's just started to hurry up some comics. I thought I'd give him a little window while he...
Now I have to show you. These are some I got yesterday from the collection. New stuff.
Are you in your wardrobe?
He cannibalized all of these.
Oh, here we go. It's the floppy Bill.
Oh my God.
This is the one that really hurts.
What's happened, Bill?
He cannibalized all these to learn from Steranko.
What? So he drew on them?
No, he tore them apart.
Oh, he ripped them apart.
No, these aren't cut. These are the interiors.
That's Supergirl's 10 issues, Mark, not 11. 10.
That's painful.
Of the original run?
Yeah.
The original Supergirl run?
The original Supergirl run, yeah.
You down? We'll go back to.
Oh, we're back again.
Darren,
oh, looky here.
Oh, no, he's still got.
Yes, definitely. I know
it's number one.
I know that's an expensive comic, but put it on my pile.
That is number one, isn't it?
That is number one. Yeah.
Wanted. I think I've got a full run of that now.
I'm going back this way now.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, those were the ones that came out just before they had the crash, weren't they?
Some great villains.
So what are these?
Golden Age reprints.
They're all reprints.
They're Golden Age.
Yeah,
some are
Golden
Golden
Age.
Age.
Golden Age. Yeah, the Golden Age.
Yeah, but where did the title Wanted begin? In that DC Comic Stars series that Joe Kubert had an issue of, there was an issue of Wanted first before it became an actual series.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Those are great, by the way, and those are actually worth a little bit. Yeah, those are nice.
Is that Bullseye? Is that Bullseye? Oh no!
Oh my God! Add that one quickly.
Was that Bullseye on that Shield cover that you showed earlier, Kyle, in the group?
Oh, Bill, stop it!
No, we've had a one of our heated discussions, and Kyle won, as far as I'm concerned, but he's a bit stressed out.
He's not listening.
Oh, he's listening. He's listening.
Yeah, he hears us.
This is a 4-issue set of Legion of Superheroes, I think.
Reprints.
Yeah, they're all reprints.
I did not know they were reprints.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know. Thank you for educating me.
Poor Triplicate Girl becomes Duo Damsel in that one.
It's the death of Triplicate Girl, yeah, one of her triplicates.
Triplicate Girl, yeah, that's the one. That's the one that she becomes Duo Damsel.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, that looks like a clean copy.
There's some gunk on the back of these.
Right, yeah, there is.
I'm not sure what it is. I've not got my expanding specs on. I don't know. It might just rub off, but it might have started to just fox a little bit. But nevertheless, good to have them in any grade.
Well, it's the first time they actually had their own title.
What number's that?
7.
You realise you are going to go loopy when you do go live again. You're going to go really busy because some of this stuff is quite rare.
Well, I'm really, really hoping so. The only thing,
same family wasn't it all? There was one news story, and then the rest were reprints, or was it all reprints? I can't remember. I think it's a new story, isn't it? That Flash.
Yeah, one was new, and the rest were
whatever it is,
old reprints.
And the rest of it was reprints. Yeah.
Yeah, Terry's right.
Number 7, Good Nick.
is it in good nick?
Yeah, I said that
Number
should be
7.
that
Number 7's a very fine, but I don't think it's an expensive comic.
No, put it on my pile and we'll see what it comes to when you
can always say no later, Gray, if you don't want it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like good for me, you know, this way and that way.
Good workout, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. It's even better. I've gone the wrong way.
So, Darren, I want to ask you and Mark a question. I've just done my video and I hadn't realised it, but the book that you sold me, this one, it's got 5p on it. What's wrong with that?
Where's it get 5p? Oh, it's got a 5p sticker, a 5p TNP stamp on it.
It's got a p. But what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it?
What should it have been?
Well, what year is it?
Yeah, you're right, dude.
1970.
Oh my God, is that a reprint?
No. Well, the cover.
Right,
cover is
but
an
you're-
No, it's
homage
not
to
a
the
bloody
early
reprint. If
Batman
it is, you're
cover.
going to give me my money back.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Okay, so-
Not worried. I would immediately
I mean,
give
I
you money
think I
back.
know the answer to the question.
So
'cause I mean,
my view, Terry, is by the time it got to TNP,
yeah,
the delay between the print and it getting to TNP, when they would go processing that through TNP, we'd actually transition to pence.
yeah. Because
Would
I
be
mean,
my
this would have been published in October in America, wouldn't it? December cover date. So that means it took 4 months to get over here.
Yeah.
Oh, so what you're
Well,
saying is that had it have arrived in the UK at the same time it was printed in the States, it would have had a D.
It would have a shilling on it.
A shilling or a D, yeah.
Yeah, but
Nice.
but you've also got to take into account the distribution time. So
That's,
it
that's
goes
an
to four-
aftermarket stamp.
Corey, give me a bloody heart attack there, Terry.
Terry, that's an aftermarket stamp.
I know, no, Bill, I'm not saying that.
No, he knows what it is, Bill. He knows what it is.
Bill, we went decimal in February in 1971.
Oh, I had no idea what you're trying to say.
We went in for decimal. So therefore, this should say this came out in October. It's got a December cover date, but it come out in October. So it meant it took 4 months to come over here.
Right.
For them to have put 5p on
Maybe
it.
that may be one of the first comics with a 5p stamp on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's more valuable.
I might have to buy it back for you for double money.
£1,000, Darren. £1,000.
Here, I want to show this off real quick. This is huge.
That's a good one, Terry. I like that one. Oh, that's nice. Little Nemo in Slumberland in a mega version.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, it's huge.
It's heavy too. And I haven't opened it 'cause it was never open. But look,
You have a hard job reading that on the toilet.
The cover price is $120.
Just a minute, Bill. Have you started wearing women's clothing?
Yeah, he's into women's
No,
clothing.
that's my wife's stuff. That's Blanca's stuff.
He's in his weekend closet.
I'm wearing a frilly little dress, frilly little frock right now. Not.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, folks. Really appreciate that. As Darren tries to look as much like Terry Pratchett as he can today. I did want to say one thing, man. The response was quick and it was fierce. Neil Gaiman is erased.
Oh, well, he's been accused of now, hasn't he?
No, but everybody, he should be canceled. I mean, he crapped in people's mouths and stuff. I mean, that's just, I don't even know why people get to that stage where they want to do weird stuff like that.
Bill.
Yes.
You're finding a man guilty before he's been proven so.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't really.
The guy has no criminal charges against him. He has not been convicted of anything. What a man does in his own private life and his sexual orientation is up to him. The guy is not guilty of anything. All he has been done is been convicted by media, and that is not acceptable.
Well, I'm not saying that it's acceptable or not acceptable. I'm just saying that everybody was horrified.
Canceled, yes.
Right. I'm just saying it was a quick cancellation.
Well,
I'm certainly not passing judgment on him.
Okay,
however,
fair enough. Well, it has actually been going on for about 6 months. The original allocations came out about 6 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck Berry was a known fecophiliac, and he's still in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. To each their own.
Well, it's not illegal.
He was convicted of putting hidden cameras in the toilets of his diner, though, wasn't he?
No, in his hotel.
Hotel,
yeah, he was busted for that.
He went to jail for it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how long.
He used to take Polaroids and have women stand on glass tables and take dookies.
So I guess you could call that song Johnny Be Bad. I'm guessing.
Sad, isn't it?
So I think what we are missing here is the use of the word allegedly.
Agreed.
Because it is alleged, but not proven. or
Agreed.
not convicted.
Yes, and according to Gaiman, Gaiman's is that some of these events I do recall, but everything was consensual. There's actually so a couple of the women involved actually wrote him text, and he's got stuff saying that they really enjoyed themselves and they enjoy his presence, and they kept coming back for more. So his claim that it's consensual is probably why we've got no criminal allegations. And no criminal investigation. So,
sometimes something happens and people try and cash in, didn't they? That maybe one made the first accusation, and the others go, well, maybe I could get some money out of this or some notoriety. You don't know, do you, like you say? So
it's like a lot of things, isn't it? It's funny how someone dies and then everything creeps out of the woodwork. And so something from 40 or 50 years ago. What do you think? So why didn't you say something then? Not leave it so bloody long.
I'm not claiming he's innocent. All I'm saying is I don't agree with the trial by media.
No.
The guy is innocent of any criminal charges as far as I'm concerned. There's not even a criminal investigation. It's pure hearsay. And I think it's very sad that we can destroy people's reputations and careers on hearsay, and I don't approve of it. Last year, Ed Piscore had the same thing, and it drove him to commit suicide. It's not acceptable.
Well, I mean, it happened to Cliff Richard a little while ago, didn't it? And there was no case to be answered whatsoever. But he got pilloried by the papers and the media.
Yeah,
it's a term that you have used before, Mark, and it shows that we're all still living in the Middle Ages. A bloody witch hunt. That's all it is.
It's exactly what it is. It's the villagers.
Burn the witch. Burn.
It's the villagers with the pitchforks, and it's the guys jumping on the wagon to say, "I'm so self-righteous."
Yeah,
I wouldn't do these things, And
not only that brigade had definitely because it is a lot of people are not that brigade, but that brigade have a mentality of going back to witch hunts. Is that if she's a witch, she would sink. But if she floats, then she's a witch, so we'll burn her.
I don't like everybody attacking people that are just like us, old white men. But I'm just saying.
Here's a simple one. Look at Neil's ice bucket challenge. You'll see them women. They were all closer to our age than kids. No one was a kid. All the people he hung with were women in their late 20s, 30s, 40s. The whole group of them did his ice bucket challenge with him. It's consensual adults. They weren't hurting anybody. I don't care who shit on his head.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfectly acceptable behavior amongst consenting adults. We might not like it. You and I might not do it, Kyle, but I don't really want to know what.
Speak for yourself. Though I've never been pooped on.
He said might not.
Well, euphemistically, you have.
But no, if it doesn't involve the word teenager, I got no problem with it. If it says consensual and it's not teenagers,
legal age,
fuck like rabbits. Who cares? Do whatever you feel like. Who gives a shit?
Okay. Great.
They do.
I gotta go. No, I'm joking.
But Bill, you are right in your point that he has been dropped like a hot coal by people recently.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
even
when it changed.
Netflix. I mean, here's the thing: his works are bigger than he.
What was that, Darren?
Darren, that's when it changed to reprints, or was reprints, I should say. I don't think there was new stories in that one.
I think
that's just reprint.
That one. Let me just check. Yeah, that's on my pile, please.
And I'll say it again, people who have trouble with people pooping on other people have the dirtiest skeletons in their closet. So you might want to bite your tongue, Bill, because you're making me wonder.
I don't disagree.
That's all right.
DC Special Presents.
Yeah.
Oh,
Number 20. Is that issue 20?
I sold that one recently.
Yeah. So that's all reprints, that one, isn't it?
I've got that one. It's got a timeline in there, like a Green Lantern timeline or something. I was going to make a video out of it, but I never bothered.
Remember I said this collection got all the fatties in it.
Mm-hmm. I need a couple of the DC specials, so keep showing.
Number 17.
DC Special 17. I need that one. My pile.
More gorillas.
Oh, I've got that. It's a great comic.
Yeah,
Superheroes with super gorillas. What a great.
That's the second copy I've got of that now. I've got another one looking out somewhere.
What number is that?
What, the gorillas?
Yeah.
The gorillas was 16. You must have seen it before, though, Gray.
Yeah, no, I've seen it before. Just make sure I've got it. I've got it, yeah.
That's Wanted number. Oh, it's DC Special Presents Wanted. So it's DC Special number 8.
Yeah, it was weird because there was a Wanted series separate, and then that Wanted is also in the DC Special series. A one Wanted in the DC Special series as well.
It's like having the Wanted Giant, isn't it? In that sense, the way they've done it.
Yeah,
that,
like
really,
that one.
That looks like marker pen, but I think it's a bullet hole.
Could be.
Oh, Bullseye! It's Bullseye being at it again, mate.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
God,
He crossed over to DC for an issue. I remember all those.
So a lot of these I've never had on the shop before because they're not easy to find.
No, they're not. They're not common.
And so to find them in nice grade, and it's the first time I've ever had some of
these will disappear quickly.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so. I really am. Oh yes, so that was something you mentioned ages ago. Yes, I'm hoping so, Mark. And I'm not planning on having discount.
No, I don't think you want to run a discount for at least 3 to 4 months because some of this stuff is rare and there'll be collectors out there, and in these sort of grades that you'll get. And if you, I think you should price 5% lower than silver, whatever they call.
I might well do that.
Another thing, Darren, you could do. You know, my comic shop, they do like sales, and it'll be like a sort of like 70s this month or something like that, and they have different things every month, and maybe you could do that rather than making it across the board, because you still get people in like for 10% off on a certain like character or a certain run, something like that. That way, but rather than doing it across the whole board, and you know, that's an idea.
I think you're right.
People in with 10% off of Marvel.
When the spine complete on those should go for a few bucks.
Yeah, the spines are on the whole pretty nice, although this one's got a little bit missing there. Look,
had a rat at it.
Yeah, that could no, that's not a rat because he didn't nibble it thoroughly. It's still got a bit of white on, and the rat would have taken it clean through. So that's just a tear. But yeah, so the only reason I've never done anything like that in the past, Gray, where I've done a particular something, is because it's really hard on an internet site to start managing that kind of thing and making it happen and remember to take it off and put it on and so on. But the new site I've got, because each site that I've had is rented from a template provider. The new template provider seems to be a lot easier to do stuff like that on. And I may look at Bill's mask. That's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. It's 2 Batman kissing, isn't it?
It is. It's 2 Batman kissing.
That is awesome, Bill.
Absolutely. So AJ made these for the store.
All right.
They're 3D printed, and they look great.
I hope they're selling fast because they're awesome.
They are selling fast. Well, they're selling so fast. This was the first one, and I bought it.
That's been chewed as well, unfortunately.
Mark, did you want any of these 100 pages? Because last week you were quite keen.
Yes. But I don't want the chewed ones.
Right. Okay. I'll try to restrain myself.
Yes, that one. That looks unchewed.
The staple's trying to come through that one.
This one's not chewed, is it?
No,
staple. There is a staple coming through. Yeah,
that's fine. That's just a production.
There's a tiger on the front.
That's actually made it all the way through the cover. That top bit.
That's fine.
Yeah. Wow.
That's just the way those books are. I mean,
it is. But I would mark that down to a 5.
When I was getting this lot sort of thing,
and again, I have that one.
It was really difficult to find anything that was decent.
That's one of the first detective comics I ever bought.
Well, that's Batman.
Oh,
Was that Batman? Oh, okay, Batman. I mean,
that explains
I
it.
had that one
Are you
too.
showing these again? I'm keen on these. Are these?
No, you took them last week. They were Batmans. There's a little bit of something going
You've not
on
been
there.
a great detective ever since, Bill.
What's
I
that?
don't know what that is. Little
You've
bit
not
of
been a great detective after you thought Batman was detective.
I think it's had a little bit of water dropped on there, Mark. Can you see?
I see it.
Yeah.
Just there.
Yeah.
It might be a
Little
bit cover
blemish.
fully.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, I'll stick it on your pile. You can always say no.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the plan with the relaunch is because
That's a
DC
great
don't
one.
sell as well as Marvel, but my Marvel is going to be phenomenal. So I think that there will be a lot of people buying those high quality Marvels, Mark, for months.
These are nice as well. I've got all these. But
So did you guys already cover the? Have you guys all
nice,
seen
but
the
probably too much for
Fantastic
my
Four
pockets.
trailer that dropped today?
Yeah.
Yes, Bill. We all talked about it earlier when you weren't on time, and
Only an hour late, though. Mark, give him credit. He's lucky he wasn't replaced by Tempest, but Tempest
what did you think, Bill? We're not going to tell you what our verdict was. We're going to see.
That's fine. I'll say I absolutely loved it compared to anything that's been done before. The Thing is fantastic. I like that Herbie's there. I thought that was hilarious. That cracked me up. The one thing you don't see in that trailer, though, is you don't see Reed Stretch. And I thought that was odd. No. But I think the fact that I just bought that Fantastic Four 13 from Darren, I think that was a great move on my part, even though I didn't know it was going to happen. But I think I think Fantastic 13 is a big part of the plot. Where they finally go to the moon and they encounter the Red Ghost because John Malkovich is playing the Red Ghost.
Oh, is that who he's playing?
That's who he's playing.
There's a nice, expensive one there.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
I have that one.
I've got
I mean, these are money books, Darren. You know this. So,
yeah, he knows that.
Yeah. Why do you think I paid £2 each on average for them?
That's Batman's golf outfit because he's got 2 pairs of trousers on in case he gets a hole in one.
Other than the marbles I bought from Litchfield, this is the most expensive per comic I've ever bought. So this was like wow.
But you'll get it back.
You'll
get it all back on those Batman.
Say again, Terry.
I said you'll get it all back on the Batman.
That's what I was planning on. I mean, basically, Batman, Detective, and that's it. So the others might sit there for a long time, but the Batman and Detective will be gone, just like within a month.
Batman is our biggest DC seller.
Yeah, ditto.
Of course it is.
By far.
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold. But this is number 102. That's a bit late for you, Terry, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. So
what was the Metal Men? What was the Metal Men cover?
What Metal Men covered?
Just before.
No, that one. You just had one.
That one.
Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, what number is that?
That's number 103, Gray.
Oh, yeah, definitely got that one then.
That's a great issue.
For some reason, that
was one of my first exposures to the Metal Man.
So then we must go into his jumble cell at 101.
Oh wow!
Big 4 on the cover. See it?
Oh yeah.
4 pence, Dewsbury Market.
I could have sneaked that one through.
It almost blends into the cover.
It does.
I didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't notice it first of all.
Spot the 4 on that cover.
There's a 4 on there. Oh yeah, I see a 4. Yeah, I see the 4 above the flash.
Is that Nick Carty or is that Neil Adams? I can't tell, Kyle.
What, drawing the number 4?
Too early for Adams, isn't it?
No, it's not too early
for Adams.
No.
Not signed.
Hold it back up. That's not Adams.
It's Carty.
It's Carty.
I think it's Carty.
I'm pretty sure it's Carty.
It looks like Batman needs to take some bat laxatives on that cover.
98, but these are rougher. That's quite a sexy
Most
cover.
of those issues around that are Adams, though. That's Adams.
That's Carty.
293.
That's Carty. You can tell by the smoothness of Batman.
Yeah, that was Carty.
Yeah. What's that one like?
That's Adams.
That's number 84.
That's Adams.
Yeah, no, I know, but what I mean, what condition is it in?
It's got a cover pull there where I think there's probably been a price sticker.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of spine dings fray.
Yeah, it's a 4.0.
It's a fine or maybe a VG. Probably a fine minus VG plus. Dr. Tintin.
Tintin. Hergé's Adventures of Tintin.
Right, here's a quiz for you. I was watching, what was I watching? The Chase on UK TV. And a question, no, not The Chase. I was watching with Warwick Davis. What's he in?
Tenable.
Everything. Leprechaun.
Tenable.
Star Wars.
Willow.
Tenable.
Willow. Empire Strikes Back.
What's the quiz show?
Tenable.
Warwick
Well,
Davis.
he was.
None of us watched.
He was the
None of us
leprechaun
watched
in 5
daytime
movies.
quiz show.
Terry's already answered, I think.
I do. Tenable.
So Warwick Davis, American chaps. He after he did all his Star Wars and Willow and all that stuff, he's gone on to do other stuff in the UK, and he's the presenter of a daytime quiz show called Tenable. And in this game, Tenable, there's a category and there's 10 answers, and you have to guess all the 10 answers. And the question was, name the 10 top billed or most appearances, the 10 characters with the most appearances in Thunderbirds.
Oh, right.
What?
Let's see if we can do it.
Scott. Virgil.
Sorry, Scott. Virgil.
Scott. Virgil.
Brains.
Gordon.
Lady Penelope.
Parker.
Parker.
Her driver.
That's Parker.
Yeah, Parker.
Yeah, Parker. Yeah.
Okay, then you got what's it?
Gordon. What's the name of the dad?
Done Gordon already.
Have we said Gordon?
Have we done Virgil?
Who was the evil guy?
Done Virgil.
Oh yeah, what was the evil guy called?
The Hood.
The Hood actually wasn't in the list.
No, he wouldn't have been in there. He hasn't been in that many episodes, has he?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't remember how much Thunderbirds in years.
Tintin? Did you mention Tintin?
That's what made me think of it, because Tintin was on that cover.
Yeah, Tintin.
Tintin.
I think Tintin was the woman who there were there's always a token woman in there.
Grandma on there as well.
She was
Who, Gary?
Grandma.
No.
Grandma. No, she wasn't there.
No, she was their stepmother. She was married to the dad.
All the others were men.
She was married to the dad.
Father.
Tintin
What's
was.
the father called?
Father.
What's the father?
Oh,
John.
There was John Tracy as well, wasn't there?
John was the dad.
Yeah.
No, John. I don't think John was the dad. But
was there a Graham? Oh, was there a Graham?
Graham,
No.
yeah. He was in Thunderbird 4. Graham was Thunderbird 4.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't remember there being a Graham in Thunderbirds.
Yeah, I think.
Is there a Tracy?
No, it was
Another
Gordon,
J.
wasn't it? Thunderbird 4.
James.
Gordon was Thunderbird 4.
Not James.
Jerry.
Not Jerry.
Julian, he was the gay one.
No, not Julian Clary. No.
That's in a new series.
Jack.
Set.
Jack.
No, not
We said
Jack.
Scott. We said Scott, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think you did, but I've lost count. So if you get this last one, I'll give you the 10.
No idea.
J. It's a J.
It's not James, Jim, John, Jack,
Really stupid, I should
Jace,
know these.
Jason.
Sometimes spelt with a G.
Jerry.
George.
Jeff. I
Jeff.
think Jeff was the
was
dad.
the dad.
Yeah,
Jeff was one of the brothers.
Yeah.
Jeff was the dad.
So,
Oh,
Well, I want to see some Thunderbirds comics now.
Yeah, I've got confused now. Why would you ask that?
I got to look in. I got to look in with them on it from
You do?
Darren, Ernie Chua. I hate those covers.
what I was thinking when you said trivia and you were talking about Tintin, I thought you were going to say, what's Robot Man's testicles made of?
Adamantium. Wrong comic
They
company.
made of stronger stuff than
Tintin.
Another Ernie Chua cover. Sucks ass.
I tell you what, I have noticed, gentlemen, just to lower the tone considerably, is that I wake up in the mornings and often my left testicle is near my belly button. It's like it's on a piece of elastic. Is that? And I had to ask my dad if that's normal, and he said, "Yeah, your testicles drop when you get older."
That's not normal. That is a Collet family trait.
Well, I swing around like a laugh too sometimes.
No.
They call those testicles.
You haven't got.
That's easy for you to say.
You know what that's called? That's called Reed Richardson of the bollocks. That's called.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Mr.
Fantastic
Spasmic. Mr. Spasmic.
Yeah, they call you Mr. Fantastical.
Mr. Fantastical. Another Ernie Chua cover.
There was no flash collectors here. You're out of luck. There were plenty of flash collectors around.
What numbers?
These flash will sell pretty fast.
Yeah. I've got a number of guys who buy
flash sells well over there. It's hit or miss here.
Yeah, flash sells well.
What number was the last one? What number was the last one?
I'm collecting the flash, but he hasn't shown any issues I haven't got yet.
233.
232 and even not 233.
Flash sells almost instantly.
Was that issue 221, 220, 221? What was that last flash issue?
We're currently going down. We're not going up. We're going down, Carl.
What was that last flash issue, though?
The last one was 233.
Oh, 233. That was later in there.
What number was this one?
We're going down. This is 232.
I want 232. What's that
I
like?
need that one.
I do.
I need that one, yeah.
Right,
232. Yeah.
This one's going to be pricey.
Right. Terry can have it.
Okay.
Is the spine okay on that one?
Yeah. It's really nice, Terry.
Yeah.
Well, that is nice.
Hold on a second, because I've got loads of things in the way. What you just showed that. I've got my lists all over the screen. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
I mean, there's a tiny little rub, but the main bit is
cover again.
Curling off. And
Show the cover again. Nice. Hey, show the cover again. That's a nice cover.
Right, where's now? I've got to find Terry's pile. Here we are. This is like, what do they call it? Calisthenics? I don't know.
Calisthenics. Yeah.
Calisthenics.
Oh, I've got that one.
What's that number?
231.
Yeah, I've got that.
Got that one.
I mean, this is absolute. I would call that's easy, very fine.
That's 230, isn't it? Is that 230?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
No, I've got that. Yeah.
And that's either a VF or a near mint. That one's a beauty. And again, it's another set of comics that's never been bagged or boarded in their entire existence.
What's that? 22? What's that? 23?
229.
I do want that. What's that one like?
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Change those to red.
What's about to be significant about the issues coming up that aren't giant sized?
I don't know.
What number's that, mate? I can't see.
228.
No, I've got that one.
I don't know, Carl. What's about to...
Open up the Green Lantern story in the back.
Oh.
Love you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
220 is the next one I need.
That's the O'Neil Adams Green Lantern run that picked up from issue 89.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not Adams' art.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's art by Dick Dillon and Dick Giordano.
It's one issue previous to that. It's
okay.
Like 221 to 226 are O'Neil Adams.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that one I know is. I actually own that book. That one I know is Adams. I thought it was 227, but it's 221 to 226 are O'Neil Adams.
Story by Denny O'Neil, art by Steranko.
Steranko? Wait.
No, I'm just kidding.
Fucker.
Yeah, I own that book. I know that one.
Right, Darren, I've just read your stuff about Alan Class and the Out of This World.
Oh yeah, what do you reckon?
I've got both sets. I've got a full set of both.
You mean the Charlton and the non-Charlton?
Yes, I've got the
Strato and the Allen class. I mean,
I've got the the Strato, the Thorpe and Porter stuff, and the Allen class stuff.
And was that one, mate?
The Charlton one?
So basically, you know, the whole article is about variant possible covers.
Yes.
So therefore, what's your best interpretation of what the answer might be?
Darren, Gray was asking what that last one number was.
I think I need to get them out and have a look at them.
224.
Because I have got virtually both. I've got virtually a full set of both. One of which I got from you last week. So I need to have my gut response is I think the Thorpe and Porter ones, the Strato ones, came out first.
Yeah, and obviously from what I wrote, I do too.
So, and I think Alan just had the license to do them and probably was unaware that Thorpe and Porter had already done them. And I think
that's the one who's still alive.
I think they probably came out quite contemporaneously.
Yeah, not long
contemporaneously.
Thank you.
That's your 221, Kyle.
Yeah, that's basically Green Lantern 80 or 90 and 91 unreleased.
So isn't Alan Class still alive?
Yes, he's doing a signing at Gosh Comics on Saturday, Bill.
No.
Yeah, that 221's kind of.
I need that. What's that one like?
Yeah, he's 89, I think, and he's
really nice.
He's appearing one of the
super young when he started publishing these.
Yeah, he was born in 1936, so he was 23 when he started publishing the.
Wow,
what's that?
219, is that?
219.
Yes, please.
He started off as an estate agent.
That actually has a cover pull, so that's
and then he moved. His father-in-law was a publisher of
217's the next one.
His father-in-law was the publisher of what?
His father-in-law was a publisher of something, so he got into his father-in-law.
218, Gray.
There's a gap in the market.
I'm pretty sure that has Adams in it too. Actually, 217.
214's the next one I need.
This is a really weird cover for me because it's got this yellow edge. It's like very it's very unusual as far as
that
DC
is unusual. I don't even remember ever noticing that.
I'm pretty sure that's an Adams book too. It's a kind of a one-off off the break. It goes 217.
Story by Denny O'Neill, art by McFarlane.
There you go.
That's definitely a fib.
Not McFarlane.
You didn't get me on this one.
It could be McFarlane.
Yeah, that's because that's utter bollocks. That's to do your left bollock. Your left bollock travels further than it usually does.
It's not McFarlane, though.
That's Terry, a Cardi cover, isn't it?
He was like 10 then.
I'm not sure that's an Adams or a Nick Cardi cover.
It's not an Adams cover, but it's an Adams Green Lantern story.
I was just thinking of the background. Those background people look very Adamsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Carl is talking about, I think, Terry, is the
internal. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that.
217.
What number is it?
That's 218. Did anyone want that, or are we going on back in the box?
No.
Gray, you shaking for it? Yes,
put that in my pile.
No, I'm saying loads of Devil Flare.
Jesus Christ, where's Bill's pile? Oh,
right
God.
there with the Superman annuals.
214's the next one.
You've actually, can you see where I am now, Bill? You actually filled that shelf completely. It's like a double shelf. You're on here now.
Ha
I'll have to move that.
My pocketbook won't laugh, but I am.
Bill, I want to make sure of something, right?
Okay, Flash 218 is Nick Cardi.
Yeah.
Last week, this week you put this one in your pile, Bill, right?
Okay, yeah.
It is a cent copy available for much cheaper in the States.
Okay.
The same with this, and the same with this.
I just want those two though.
What you want all three or what?
I'll take all three. Yeah, I'll take all three.
This Superman,
yeah,
right?
Wait a minute,
last week.
Darren. What you're forgetting is that we are the only country that Trump is not threatening to put tariffs on. So
just give him time. Just give him time.
Cardi pretty much did that.
Send me all your money bill this week before the tariffs.
Cardi pretty much did that run of Flash covers, but
217.
That's a Cardi cover.
217.
Please.
That's
Yeah.
Cardi.
Yeah,
Cardi pretty much did
good,
that whole
please.
run of Flash covers.
Terry, is
with
that
the Adam
you?
stuff in
No,
the interior.
Chua did quite a few too.
Yeah,
Terry, did you want that?
Yes, please. Yes, if it's good. Yes.
It's not bad. It's not perfect. In fact, I could easily do that as a VG. I'll tell you why. It's had a price sticker here, and someone's took it off, and there's a bit of it's not sticky,
Residue.
but it's residue.
Mm.
Also, there's a corner crease, and also this right edge is just a little bit wobbly.
Okay, don't worry then. Don't worry.
But yeah, they tried to goose the sales of the Flash book by slapping in that O'Neill.
So they've done the same thing with that one as well.
Looks like he's done the same thing with that. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. Yeah. It's so annoying when people take labels off and it like doesn't come off, and they keep trying to do it. And that one's been done, and that one's got a cover pull.
Yeah, I've got that one. 212. Yeah, I've got that.
Is that 212? Is it?
Yeah.
So we skipped 213 and 214, and we ain't got them.
No, I think those were these two. Oh no, you're right. You're right, Gray. You're right.
Yeah.
Irv Novick was doing all the interior art on the Flash then, right?
Well, Dick Dillon did some.
209.
Yeah, I've got that one.
205 is the next one I need.
So this guy, he didn't get, for whatever reason, he got all the titles, but he didn't get every single issue.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a classic Adams cover about to come up.
What's that one?
202.
That's his wife dead in the swimming pool.
But she's not.
Yeah,
she's not.
Is that okay? That one?
Appearing to be dead.
She's doing a fanny fart.
No,
Yeah, she's got a four.
She's got a four
Coming out of her arse.
Not me with prices all over them. Can't stand that.
I don't like it. I don't like it when
What number's
fours
that?
people's arse.
199.
Yeah,
sorry?
if that looks okay, I'll have that.
199.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have that if it's okay.
Oh, you skipped over 207. I figured 207 would have popped up.
Yeah, got it.
Touch of rust on both stables.
No.
Is that a no for you, Terry?
Yes, that's a no.
Okay.
Yes, that's a no. Yeah, that's clear as mud. I'm kidding, Terry.
Hey, we invented the language and we know what we're talking
Sorry,
about.
William.
You Americans, just get your nose out, man.
What number's
Yeah.
that one?
Get your pants off the sidewalk.
197.
Oh. Next one I want. Next one.
That's a great
Go one
grade. I
lower.
think.
That's a,
We're into his jumble cell, I think, now. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Go
Judging
one
by
lower.
the next one.
that's a shame.
Oh, 160, I think.
Yeah, right.
No. Oh.
And the 4 on it
I've
as well, just to add insult to injury.
I've got that one.
Yeah, that's a double fuck
Skipping
you.
all the ones I want. I need there's 4 that I need in the 150. So if you could just dig them out for me, please, that'd be
And
handy.
there's
what,
a Charles
very
Atlas
great.
ad in there. That's weird.
There's 4 that I need in the 150 range. If you could just have those in that pile, it'd be handy.
Oh, no, I think that was the last flash there.
No.
But, you know, I've got tons of other stuff later on.
Hey,
What?
Graham, I got a quick question for you.
Yep.
Sure.
According to YouTube, you have a premiere coming up in like a
that's
minute
one of the
and a
ones-
half. Does that overlap
Oh.
onto this or bump into it or anything?
That was
No,
one of the
it's
ones
not.
that was 5pence, isn't it? I've
Premier's
seen a
not till
second copy of
midnight.
that
It's
before.
only 10 o'clock now. It's 2 hours yet.
It's got a
Oh,
second
it
copy
said
of that. That's
my
the one
thing
of the
said
ones
it
that's
starts at
slightly more.
7 p.m. here.
5p here.
No,
Oh,
no.
wait. Oh,
It used to
God,
be
no.
5
Damn
pence
it.
there. That's one of the
I know what you
5p
mean.
ones.
I jumped 2 hours. I was thinking 5.
I
It's
don't know.
7. You're
No.
right.
Yeah,
You're
no,
right.
not
You're
till
right.
midnight.
I
Just
jumped
I think
2
it's
hours
408.
in my brain.
Just a solid
Was it
pair.
408? Yeah, well, have a look
I was
there.
telling my wife something earlier and my brain clicked on that and I was thinking it was 5
Okay.
now.
I have all them, thankfully.
Yeah.
Gray normally
I've got those.
shouts up.
Do you want that one?
Sorry?
Great. That's only
Is it
about
low
50
grade?
quid, that one.
No, Gray normally shouts to tell us what this is.
Do
Is
I?
that the first appearance of?
The League of Assassins.
Don't tell him.
Oh.
No,
That's what Gray shouted at the
usually
screen
says-
last week, the first appearance of the League of Assassins. I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
No, it weren't me. I don't know it.
Well, it says introducing
First
the League of
Lazarus
Assassins,
hit.
so I'm guessing it's their
First
first appearance.
Lazarus hit I've mentioned.
This is a Grey Man grade.
What number is it?
40.
Mind you,
Fine.
Bill, it's the first appearance of the League of Assassins where they're named.
Ah.
Because you know when
Might-
the first
that's
appearance
what-
of them is?
Yeah, I'm
what-
interested.
What
Yeah,
are their
I'm
names?
interested.
What are their names, Terry?
I bet Kyle knows.
Sleepy, grumpy,
It's the first
dopey.
appearance- first
I'm
Easy.
appearance-
going for Scott, Brains, Tintin.
John
I'm
Tracy,
thinking.
It's in
Spencer
Deadman.
Tracy.
It was in Strange Adventures, one of the Deadman books. I can't remember what number, but
Not
they're unnamed.
not hook hand.
And so they're unnamed. They say they call these the League of
Cool.
Assassins.
Like
That's
Strange Adventures 216.
That's it. See?
I think one's called Bullseye.
Yeah,
Was there one called hook hand? That's it.
that's a right mess. That one. Isn't it?
So I do want to know, was that shield cover that you showed, Kyle, was that the first bullseye?
So,
No, I don't know. I'm asking.
Bill, the answer from sort of our joint minds together is it was a bullseye prototype. So
Okay.
there was the character in the shield one had like the bullseye circles on his chest, had the name Bullseye,
And gets
he
killed.
appeared-
And
he
gets
appeared,
killed.
he appeared to die at the end of the episode.
Oh. So maybe
So
the
we-
Daredevil bullseye was related or came out or like learned from him.
Same creators, Bill. So
Same
Bill?
creators. It's a Jerry Conway thing he was putting together over a couple years. He
Oh.
fleshed it out. So it's not the same guy, but it's the same idea. It's the same concept. It's the same thing.
But the Daredevil
giving-
bullseye was
we're
created by
giving- we're
Mark
giving-
Wolfman.
yeah, we're giving Kyle a hit on that one. It's not a close adjacent. He gets a hit.
That
That
they
looks like
kind
the
of
party cover.
retrofitted it in a Bullseye miniseries, the 5-issue miniseries.
Was there a bullseye miniseries?
Yeah, by Steve Dillon or something, by Dillon and Way or whatever.
I was getting that
Shows
detective
where he
mixed
first
up
killed
with
somebody.
413, Darren.
Bullseye was the only good
Ooh.
part of the Daredevil movie.
Look at that. Look at that, Terry. Superman number 25.
Yeah, we wish.
That's
Or
an old one.
255 here.
Yeah, it's been trimmed.
No,
So,
I
Darren,
think that's, I don't think that's been. Well, I
No,
don't
it's
think
not
that's-
trimmed. It's
have a
just
look.
badly centered.
It's a bad rap.
No,
a
that's
bad rap, isn't it?
just a bad rap look because that's
Yeah.
the same. Unless
Yeah.
the other one's been trimmed as well.
No, that's
That's just about, this guy would not have trimmed, and we've seen what he's.
No, I didn't mean the whole thing trimmed. I meant it was wrapped over and it was trimmed off. That just the front
Oh,
cover.
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
overlapping.
yeah.
That's what I was meaning by trimmed.
That's exactly
Not
what
like
it is.
in a-
Yeah.
Not in a fake like way.
that's the little boy he flashed to in it in Action Comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is a real jumble sailor.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking when they wrote this.
Oh, put that one back up. You know what that's stolen from, right?
The Fantastic Four.
No.
Alien.
No, the first appearance of the
First Aliens.
no, the first appearance of Challengers of the Unknown in Showcase has the exact same egg with the hand coming out, just like
Is
that.
it Aliens? I like your Aliens one.
Yeah,
That's pre-alien.
it's not aliens.
Oh, look, a
Terror
flying
Man.
horse.
That's definitely
I bought that
aliens.
one. I bought that one just recently.
Terror Man is a very strange villain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
About
he's
3 or 4
never,
times,
he's
that's
never
it.
been used on screen at all.
Well, I'm not surprised. He's a bit odd.
Crikey, look at the mess on the cover. 4, 5, and 6. All
I
over
think
the
he
top
was,
of each other.
I think he's originally from Cowboy Times, but was he not like, abducted by aliens or something and come
Yeah.
back with all his alien technology?
Yeah.
Was he
something
anally
like that.
probed?
Who knows?
Right, that's the end of the box.
Oh.
I've two more boxes of that DC collection. Or if you want to change, I can switch to something else like a random Dobson.
I'm logging off.
Or a log off.
It's time.
Yeah. We've been a couple of hours now.
Well, guys,
For some reason,
sorry I only got here for half the show, but I'm glad I got here.
Yeah.
I know
Love
you
you guys.
were trying frocks on, Bill. I understand.
Yeah.
You know, they are.
It was seeing which
I'm
suited
gonna
the
try
best.
this one on next.
I want to see you in that with the Wolverine mask on.
Okay, you got it. That's hilarious.
Mark, if it's okay with you, I'm not going to process your stack yet.
No, don't process it yet. I haven't got money left.
Hey, I do want to show you.
Bill can put that mask on and he'll be the best he is at what he does. And then what he does is put women's frocks on.
So look, you're stupid. Look at the base he made. Isn't that great?
Yes. How much is he charging for them?
They're 200.
What the flip?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's honestly that's a good deal. Believe it or not. Well, I mean, it takes a couple days to process something like that.
Yeah. If you take the hours,
I bet them 3D printers ain't cheap. I bet.
Nah.
Yeah, you got to pay for the copyright as well, haven't you?
Yes, he has licenses.
You've got to buy the licensing deal, which is only about 750 million. So yeah.
No. You a lot of these come with licensing now. The files come with licensing.
Oh, okay.
It's not much, but it's still is Kyle asleep?
No, he's just resting.
Oh, okay. Your mouth is wide open. I worried about you,
pining
buddy.
for the fields.
Catching flies.
No, I looked something up to put my mind at ease because something's just been buzzing in my ear, and now I remembered what it was. But...
Thanks, Gray.
What was that?
That was great.
Sorry,
it was Splat.
Great.
So
He was
now I
muzzling us
get
all.
you a dirty old man, and Darren gets free advertising.
Yeah.
He knows how to get his
There you
discount. Does great.
I've got one. This one was originally for Comic Mag's Musings, but it works just as well on this channel as well.
Bill sucks.
We're all
See,
dinosaurs
double purpose.
anyway.
It's double purpose, that one. I can use it on this show or on Cover Slingers. Right. Cheerio, everybody.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
See you next week.
Aloha.
Bye.
Bye.
Aloha.
Cheers, boys.